15 down. One more to go. That was it. 15 by 2 minutes. Uphill, recovery downhill. Took me a while, but it's done. Getting those legs ready for Battery Place in Barton.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my Ironman training series. My name is Katie and I am a mom to two, a homeschooling mom, and I am also training for my very first Ironman. And it's hard to believe, but we are only 9 weeks away. This week, I am also heading into a tune-up 70.3 race. So I am going to be sharing my update for how my training has been going, as well as a couple of things that I think are helpful going into a tune-up race, talking about transitions and how to practice transitions, as well as what things are helpful to pack. So stick around for all of that, you don't want to miss it. So first up, the training update for this week. I've really been working on building endurance this week. This was my biggest week yet. It was 17 hours of training. So for the swim, I've been trying to do 2 swims a week. One was a longer open water swim, and then the other was a ladder workout with some shorter intervals. Then for the bike, I had my longest ride yet. I did 87 miles over the weekend, and then I try to get in 2 other rides during the week on the Wahoo Kicker trainer, one being an easy ride and then the other one being a workout. And then the runs are just all over the place. There was some tempo, some threshold. I've also been trying to get in a longer run as well as some hill repeats. I'm definitely feeling the intensity ramp up, which is why I'm very excited that this week is a down week. It is also going to be a taper going into our 70.3 tune-up race. So I'm gonna be taking it nice and easy. There are a few things that I like to do to practice before I do a race. One is just practicing transitions. So let's talk about transitions. They can be a real game changer in your race. A smooth transition can save you some really valuable time. Caleb has done several 70.3s and he's gonna help walk us through how to practice transitions. Okay, so whether it's an A race or just a tune-up, it's always good to practice transitions, right? You can save a lot of time.
Yeah, things can either go really well or like almost unnoticeable. It's like such a small portion of the race that like it, you know,
it's an
doesn't really
afterthought,
matter.
right?
Yeah.
You don't even really think about it when you're getting ready.
It's not one of the disciplines, but at the same time, you can lose and hemorrhage a ton of time if you're not organized. I've had some really good transitions where I got in and out and felt really good, got on the bike or got on the run and I had everything that I needed and it was just perfect. And then I had some races like Chattanooga 70.3 where I had my bike outside of transition almost to where I'm out and I realized I didn't have my helmet on. And it was just like a stupid mistake that had I just practiced and went through it, like it just showed that I hadn't done a race in like 8 months and that was the first time I'd even thought about a transition. So transitions are important. It's really just, it's a matter of just like practicing and then thinking through it and then being prepared in the race. So when you're on the swim and you're getting ready to come out, like what are those steps that I'm gonna take?
Yeah.
When you're on the bike and you're getting ready to come off and go into transition too,
Yeah.
what do I need to do? How do I need to prepare myself so that I'm quick, efficient, and I get everything done that I need to?
Yep. Okay, so it's been a while since I've done a triathlon. The last time I did one was in October, so I'm definitely rusty. So I've got all my stuff here and Caleb's gonna help me practice what I need to do. Okay.
Yeah, while she's getting that ready, I'll just say, I think one of the best things that you can do ahead of time is to plan exactly what you need in transition. The more stuff that you have with you, the more decisions that you have to make. So just minimize down to the bare essentials of like, what do you actually need? And then only that is going in transition area, or in the case of some full Ironmans, that's all that's gonna go into your bike bag or run bag. Nothing extra. You're just gonna make it harder on yourself when that time comes. All right, so Katie's laying this stuff out. Let's take a look.
Okay, so thinking through the different disciplines. So I come out of the swim and I don't even have these on. First thing I'm gonna need is my socks and my bike shoes. So I'm gonna go ahead and have them unrolled and just ready for me to pop on real quick. I like to tuck them like right here inside the shoe, so they're ready to go. Then I have my bike helmet here. I have it this way so that I can just flip it on. I also have my bike computer on there ready to go. So that's all that I need for the bike. I'll have my nutrition in here in my bento boxes, and then my bottles will be here. So that's it for the bike.
It's one thing to mentally walk through what you're gonna do, and I think it's something else to actually walk through, and I think that there's a lot of value in actually walking through it.
The muscle memory that goes into it.
Muscle memory. Going with the sit down approach.
Yep.
Bike shoes on, helmet on. Don't forget to start your computer. Shoes off, and if your socks are already on, it makes a very fast transition too. We'll speed up the laces. I know you can put it in the comments how much faster elastic laces are. Go ahead and let her know that they're much faster.
Okay, now let's talk about what to pack for your triathlon. So here are the things that I have learned and like to bring with me. So first up, I have my triathlon suit. I put that on in the morning, as well as sports bra. I have my heart rate monitor, my watch, my hair ties. I like to do battle braids. And then I have Body Glide for any chafing. This is especially important if your race is wetsuit legal. You definitely want to put Body Glide. I've learned back there where the zipper is. So if it's wetsuit legal, you'll want your wetsuit. Also, I like to have bags that makes it easier to put the wetsuit on if you have like a grocery store bag like that. Then as you get ready for the swim start, I like to have flip-flops because a lot of times the ground is really rocky or hard on your feet, but you don't have your things with you. So I like to just have a pair of flip-flops I can just throw away once I get up to the very start of the swim. Then a pair of goggles, and then some people like to bring their own swim cap. You usually have to put on the one that the race gives you over top of it, but some people like to just have their own under it. That's personal preference there. Then I like to have a couple towels for transition. That's the swim, and then T1. So moving on to the bike, you have your bike shoes, you have your socks, your helmet, very important. I have a bike computer, and then your nutrition that you have. I could talk about nutrition for a really long time, and I will in another video, but just a good thing to remember is nothing new on race day. So whatever you've been practicing with, take your nutrition for on the bike. And then after you transition off of the bike into the run, you will need your run shoes. If you want to have a hat or a visor, I have my sunglasses. And then very important to have a race belt, so you have your bib there. And then after the race is over, I like to have a change of clothes and another pair of shoes to put on. And then if you have like some kind of protein drink or thing that you like to have afterwards, after the race. So that is it for this week's update. If you have found this video to be helpful, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe. And as always, I would love to hear from you if you have any tips for transition or packing or doing a tune-up race. I would love to hear from you. And next week we will be back with a race recap from how the 70.3 went. So the last time Caleb and I did a 70.3 together, it was in North Carolina last October, and he beat me by 2.5 minutes. So it'll be very interesting to see how this weekend plays out. So tune in next week for the video, hit that bell so you get all the notifications, and we'll see you on the next one.